And of course, what did I write? I forgot one. Hi, I'm Pasi Koistinen. I'm co-founder at Cyber Intelligence House. Cyber Intelligence House provides digital risk protection services for enterprises and government. Today, I'm going to share with you the top 5 ways an organization can be hacked and how you can protect yourself from it. The first technique is phishing and spearfishing attacks. I think everybody is going to see some phishing emails at one point of time. In phishing, the attacker sends perhaps millions of emails to recipients and hopes that somebody takes the bait, so hence the name phishing. In spearfishing, it's more targeted. Only a few business profiles are targeted, and the messages will be very well formulated, difficult to tell apart from real messages. Business people are victims because the hackers want to target them for money, so these campaigns are harder to detect and prevent. So there's no single solution, but of course user awareness, training, education helps. Companies should also filter spam messages. People should try and learn a practice of waiting maybe a few seconds before clicking anything on the emails, be it a link or an attachment. Second technique is stolen credentials from third-party sites. So data breaches happen all the time around the internet. So basically the hacker collects a large database of usernames and passwords and tries those usernames and passwords on different services online. Those services might be personal, business use, leisure, anything. The worst case scenario is if the hackers gain access to the recovery email of all of those accounts that people have. So then it's pretty much game over. You can do a lot of things to protect against these attacks. First of all, you can use a password wallet solution, which allows you to manage all your passwords, have a different one for each site. So the password should be long and complex, or maybe a phrase like Mary had a little cat banana. Very easy to remember, but very hard to hack. And finally, a company should subscribe to some sort of a threat protection or digital risk protection service. Denial of service attacks. In this attack, hackers are commanding large numbers, millions sometimes, of these bots. Bots are basically infected computers. When they want to attack a service, they just tell those bots, million bots, that they should send traffic to this destination. Basically, the company is being flooded with so much traffic that they cannot serve the customers anymore. Hackers use it for different reasons, sometimes just for revenge or fame, sometimes for money, trying to ask for ransom. They can be mitigated. That means you can have services like Cloudflare and many others that help you with the DDoS attacks. So my fourth technique is compromising web-based applications and databases. So in this attack, the hackers, they inspect, scan and review the code of the application to find vulnerabilities. And the results might be very harmful. When they find an exploitable vulnerability, they may be able to download the whole database behind the application. Typical examples of these attacks are LinkedIn, Facebook. A lot of these huge companies have experienced these very harmful attacks. So the consequences can be really harmful. Companies are liable to protect their customers because customers cannot protect themselves. We trust companies like Google, Facebook, LinkedIn to keep our data safe. Nevertheless, they are being hacked sometimes. So companies should perform something called penetration testing against their critical applications. First of all, they should think, what data is there in my applications? Is it harmful? Is it dangerous if it's leaked out? If the answer is yes, they should penetration test these services. We do these testing services here in CIH, but it should be a professional who's performing this service. All right, fifth technique is malware attacks, especially ransomware. It starts typically from a phishing email or any other way that the attacker is able to run malicious code in the victim's system. If there's network where it can duplicate itself and encrypt computers in the network, it will do it. If you find backup files, even better, encrypt those too, and then leave a note, if you want your data back, give us money in cryptocurrency. I was just working a couple of weeks ago with a major airline that had a serious malware and ransomware infection. All of their data was encrypted on several servers and workstations, and they had to basically restore everything from scratch. It happens to companies and individuals every day, And some companies decide to pay, some individuals pay, and that's what funds the criminals, encourages them to do further attacks. So first of all, companies and individuals should run up-to-date antivirus on their computers. Second of all, everybody should be making very good backups and taking them offline, not the same network where the actual computers are. Ransomware will try to encrypt the backups, and I've seen it happen. Finally, companies should make plans what to do exactly when their servers are all encrypted, if it happens. So, those are the 5 different ways that organizations can be hacked if they don't know how to protect themselves. If you don't know what you expose to cyber threats, you cannot protect it. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm Pasi Koistinen. Thank you for watching.